The Nitty Gritty from Music City. 103.9 The Maverick.
The Academy of Country Music announced Wednesday morning Shania Twain will host the 61st ACM Music Awards Sunday, May 17th in Vegas. Surprisingly, this is the first time Shania's ever done it. The ACMs will stream. It's not over-the-air TV anymore, but most of us stream everything anyway. It'll be live on the stream on Prime Video starting 8 o'clock Sunday night, May 17th. Among the other classic country performers that we know are going to be performing on that show, Little Big Town and Miranda Lambert. You know, sometimes people pass and you don't know their names because they're studio musicians, and famed Nashville guitarist Wayne Moss is another of those. He played on records for Patsy Cline, George Hamilton IV, going back to the 60s, Waylon, Loretta, Charlie Pride, even Dylan and Ronstadt, many others. He owned the Nashville recording studio Cinderella Sound, by the way, and Roy Orbison Jr. was a very close friend of his who shared on Instagram this week, a member of Nashville's A-team of musicians. Wayne was my dad's good friend, meaning Roy Orbison Sr., of course, and played on all the monumental Roy Orbison hits. So, R.I.P. Wayne Moss. Little Big Town and Jake Owen have been added to the lineup for Alan Jackson's Last Call. One more for the road, the finale, the last full-length concert of AJ's touring career is happening June 27th at the home of the Titans, Nashville's Nissan Stadium. And finally on the nitty-gritty, Clay Walker, Jody Messina, and Sarah Evans announced this week as the opening shows of the nightly shows during the CMA Music Fest in Nashville starting on June 4th. There's your nitty-gritty from Music City on 103.9 The Maverick. I saw something. This is the season. Gosh, it's been so long ago. I don't even want to tell you how many years it's been, but a lot of students are getting nervous about college entrance exams they're about to be taking. And many are nervous for a reason, because they kind of know they're not going to do well. And Reddit came out with a list of teachers anonymously sharing, and I think anonymously is the key words, sharing the dumbest things their students have ever done. Now, there's a long list. I'm just going to give you what I think is the top 5. And I've known teachers, and this is very true to form. They're not going to name out a kid by name. But, you know, you get a couple of pops in them at a party, and they'll tell you. Here's the 5 dumbest things the teachers on Reddit said that they had ever been asked in school. At number 5, a teacher was going over World War II when a girl raised her hand and asked completely seriously, "Wait, England isn't a state in the U.S.?" Number 4, student found his teacher's master's thesis and then tried to turn parts of it back into him in a paper, verbatim. Number 3, a professor called out a student for turning in a paper she hadn't written. So the student emailed the professor and CC'd the dean and said it was hers because she paid her own money to have it written. Number 2, a student once admitted, according to a teacher on Reddit, that having a baby boy or girl was determined by whether or not they had an innie or an outie belly button. Thinking they probably won't go far in the medical field, right? And the number one dumbest thing on Reddit that a teacher has admitted to being asked, and I don't know about you, but I believe it. A teacher was explaining how dangerous UV rays are in sunlight, and a student asked, "Well, if the sun is so dangerous, why did we build it?"